My name is Walter O'Brien. I have the fourth highest IQ ever recorded, 197. Einstein's was 160. When I was 11, the FBI arrested me for hacking NASA to get their blueprints for my bedroom wall. Now, I run a team of geniuses tackling worldwide threats only we can solve. Toby's our behaviorist. Sylvester's a human calculator. Happy, a mechanical prodigy. Agent Kay Gallows, our government handler. And Paige? Well, Paige isn't like us. She's normal and translates the world for us while we help her understand her genius son. Together, we are Scorpion.
For an hour before school started. That ended 5 minutes ago, bud.
Ralph, did you even touch your breakfast?
Move it over.
Hey, I gave you your own set of Allen wrenches for a reason.
I have them set by lens strength.
Oh, well done. First optics test is to check for spherical aberration.
Actually, the first test he needs to do is long division, so he can't be late for school.
Do you really think we need a test to determine if he knows long division?
Point taken, but he still needs to be at school on time. Go downstairs and get your backpack. Come on.
Can we run the test together after school?
Can't wait.
I'll be back in 20. What is that?
It's a centrifuge.
So you guys have been up here for hours, no breaks, and I'll assume you skip breakfast.
We're working here.
Ralph does the same thing.
Well, focus is normal when someone goes down the rabbit hole. You all know.
Well, what's a rabbit hole?
Dehydration, loss of sense of time, antisocial behavior.
And how do you avoid that?
You avoid it by starting a team like Scorpion. Come.
I'm seeing Ace of Spades. Wait a minute. You think you're sneaky, huh?
I've never seen him happier.
He's in the right place.
This isn't your card? Is this your card?
Card, now.
Ralph, have a good day at school and don't listen to any of your teachers. Happy? Pick one. $20 says I can guess it under 5 seconds.
Is this your way of asking for a loan? You blew your money, didn't you? Your ex-fiancée told you to never call her again, and you licked your wounds at a card table.
Wrong. Cleaned up at a card table like I killed at craps. Perhaps next time I should just call you.
Absolutely wrong.
Not that I would, but if I did, what exactly would be so wrong about that?
We don't have the time.
See, that's why I gamble.
Walter! Why the hell aren't you answering your phone?
Oh, I was working.
I need you to come with me. Just you. Urgent.
What is it?
You know the name Mark Collins?
Yeah. Let's keep this quiet.
Collins breached the unmarked perimeter at the military-controlled Montero nuclear reactor about 5 miles from here.
Did it say why he did it?
All he said so far is your name. You know why that is?
I haven't talked to him in years.
General Ned Walker, the reactor's under his command.
Mr. O'Brien, anything you can do to determine his intent and threat level would be a huge help. We'd like to get this buttoned up as soon as possible.
How active is the reactor?
Not at all. It's been decommissioned and scheduled to be dismantled. Basically, all we do is security. Now, how do you know Mr. Collins?
Mark used to work at my company, Scorpion.
Hi, Walter.
Mark, so what's going on here?
782.
What's that supposed to mean?
You got the second sharpest brain in the room. Use it. 782.
What is that, some kind of code?
No, it's not code. It's days. 782 days since we saw each other. Mark, these people aren't messing about. Please tell me, why did you trespass at the reactor? And why did you ask for me?
You're working with the feds now. I also heard about that close call you had with the governor on that biohacking thing.
It wasn't reported. How'd you hear about that?
No, he means literally. He heard it. Mark's a radio expert.
It's okay. You can say hacker.
He monitors nearly every signal that passes through the air, from truckers on CBs to cell phone calls to military communications.
How long have you been spying on us?
Yes, please, Mr. Government. Go ahead and tell me again how bad spying is.
Mark, how's your head? Are we on solid ground now?
I could ask you the same thing, Walter. But yes, I'm as clear as a bell. And I'm 100% sure that there's a problem. Come on, I wouldn't expect these normals to understand. But 800. 851.67, 851.69. With the modern isolation scheme, I achieved a 10 to the second, 10 to the fifth uptick in BER.
What is he babbling about?
632, black. 646, green. March 25th. You with me, Walter? I knew I could count on you. All right, there's not much time. I need you to get to my house and open the notebooks. Inside, you'll find everything you need to make sense of it all.
Make sense of what?
Something big is happening.
That's not gonna suffice, son.
Come on, what is it they say about time and being of the essence?
Take him back to the cell.
Walter. It's something big, Walter.
Guy says something big's coming, then clams up. Why is it you geniuses are such a pain in the ass?
He's not to me. He knows I understand his expertise, the radio frequencies, time codes, but I won't know for sure exactly what he's going on about until I see his notes, so I'm gonna have to call my team, get them to meet us at Mark's house.
Gentlemen, we have zero interest in opening the circle on this.
I will ensure their discretion, sir. What was that about earlier, about you keeping your head on solid ground?
Mark's always had the wrong idea about me. It's best to leave it at that. Also, best not to tell the team whose house we're going to. Guys, this way.
You know how much we love a good mystery, Walter? What exactly are we doing here?
Working?
Whoa. I bet this picks up the country station nice and clear.
That is quite a fence. Half-inch diameter rebar, reinforced steel chain link mesh. Pure paranoia.
When I rotated through Bellevue Psychiatric, I treated a patient who wore a diaper on his head and called himself King Poo Poo. This is crazier. There can't be more than a few people in California with this much listening equipment. Whose house is this, Walter?
Keep an open mind.
Mark Collins? Are you insane?
No, but Collins is.
Someone want to explain?
He was a member of the team. It didn't work out.
With Collins, didn't work out is an understatement.
You lured us here.
Would you have come if you knew?
No.
Help us find the recordings we're looking for. All we need is data.
Where's Collins?
He was arrested.
Of course he is.
All right, let's get a move on. Come on.
My God, was he always like this?
Looks like he had a lonely few years.
Ah, tough for him.
What's the story with his Collins?
Well, if you didn't agree with him, he'd argue with you until you did, and he knew his mind games.
The worst of it was how he affected Walter. He'd get in his head, erase his good judgment, and forget we existed.
Guys, we're supposed to be working here.
I really don't like this guy. Maybe you should have told him up front. Just saying secrets breed mistrust.
2004, 2005 through 2014, playing all the hits from the Obsessive Top 40.
Got the tape from March 25th.
Cue up 6:32 a.m. It's incredible work.
So this guy was like you guys, and then this?
It happens sometimes. With Mark, it was intense, though. Like, if you play chess with him, he'd make you doubt your every move, and then blammo. Checkmate.
Against you?
Walter. 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 Walter!
What?
I said your name 4 times.
I'm good. Play the tape. 6:32 a.m.
Sir, I'm almost certain there'll be a major problem unless we find a way to run the SCADA update.
Nothing until 6:46. Channel went dark for 14 minutes.
Who is that on tape?
The scientist at the reactor, talking over an internal radio.
And SCADA?
These old reactors run on ancient 1980s technology. SCADA is the brain that controls the rest of the system, and it needs to be kept up to date.
What are they covering up?
Collins has been down here for years, capturing everything he could about his neighbor at the Montero nuclear power plant. Rising ocean temperatures, radiation levels near the plant.
Okay, so the water's getting warmer, more radioactive, and then someone at the power plant says there's a problem. Poof, communications went blank.
Collins is alerting us to a major problem at the reactor that's being actively ignored.
Why on earth would someone do that?
Standard bureaucratic cover your ass. Shocking to think that would extend to nuclear materials, but it does.
Okay, so we pass this on to the Army and we are done here, right?
No, Collins wouldn't have called us unless he thought it needed our expertise.
Since when does he call us?
General Walker said he needs our help. Who knows how dangerous the situation is?
Exactly.
Guys, what's happening here?
We just took a job upgrading an ancient nuclear power plant. End of story.
You know what's really happening here? Mark Collins is back in our lives.
This nuclear power plant doesn't melt down. The team might.
Oh, this is wonderful. The creepiest place on Earth.
We'll upgrade the system. We'll be gone in 2 hours.
Without speaking to Collins, correct?
General's coming. General?
All right. Somebody educate me.
You guys wait here. Now, Collins intercepted discussions about the reactor software and computers. Now, the ones that regulate the nuclear core temperatures were installed in the late 1980s.
Walter believes that the software should have been completely updated 15 years ago.
Standard bureaucratic mentality is to go cheap, patches on patches. This whole system becomes a house of cards.
But I'm looking at a core temperature gauge in the green.
Yeah, well, there are shoddy indicators all around this place. Mind if I try something?
The plant's got time-worn fail-safes, but we're supposed to believe some rambling lunatic we found in a field?
Well, brilliant mind. With a likely 190 IQ. General, you had a loose fuse.
Oh, no.
Why don't you play the tape?
General, let me show you something.
The problem is it's not regulated, and a SCADA update is risky as hell. God help us if it fails.
That's Dr. Fitzsimmons, lead safety officer of the plant.
You're on a cell call to his wife saying that the reactor software is failing to regulate the nuclear core temperatures, and he's too scared to say anything. Now, he's the one that runs your safety checks, correct?
Andy just moved to Pennsylvania 6 weeks ago. His replacement hasn't been hired. The only regular traffic here are the MPs guarding the perimeter. The reactor's inoperative. It's in cool-down mode for the next 8 years until it can be dismantled.
Except it's not being properly regulated, so it's not cooling down, it's overheating. And the system needs a SCADA update, supervisory control, and data acquisition.
You know, I confess to a basic knowledge of the technology here. So if we're facing the next Fukushima, tell me that.
General, I can fix this. And as soon as Collins gets here, we begin.
Collins? So the guy in the tinfoil hat is going to walk us out of this?
Look, from listening to chatter, Collins diagrammed this exactly. Patches on patches. Now, if we try to upgrade using the wrong building blocks, we could fry the whole system. Collins' knowledge of this mess could help prevent that. And given the core temperature, I'd say we have 18 hours before it starts to overheat.
Don't even say the word meltdown.
Keep him in handcuffs with a gun at his back for all I care. We need him.
A little more on Collins. He's what my teachers used to call me, a bad influence.
He and Walter would push each other and just get lost in the work.
Theoretical algorithms for days. No breaks, no food, no sleep. They barely speak. Sometimes we lose Walter for weeks.
It's called a savant dissociative state, not pretty.
Then what?
Mark just disappeared. Thin air, and Walter was pretty affected.
Simply put, Mark is disruptive.
So, project manager, does today strike you as a good day for disruptive?
You going to talk to our man?
Yes.
Good. May not know that much about geniuses, but I do know when someone's keeping a secret.
Okay. You're making a lot of unilateral decisions to include a guy no one else wants.
They'll have to deal with it. I'm trying to keep this facility and formulating people from getting cooked.
You obviously have a very different relationship with Collins and the others, and you miss it since he left?
Yes, exactly.
Or is it that he's now alone living in squalor and you feel bad for him?
You know I don't think emotionally. That's your job, okay?
But you're certainly not making it easy to do. A little insight would help everyone.
Come on, it's Joyce, my friend. Come on, let's get to work. The gang's all here. I love it. Sylvester, my brother. Come on. Well, come on.
Now, this is a two-pronged attack. There's two computers that need our attention. First, there's this one. It runs the reactor.
Exactly whom are we taking orders from?
Both of us. We need to download the reactor calibrations from here.
For the civilians?
Reactor calibrations tell the computer if hot is too hot, so it knows what's an alarm and what's normal. Can't update the system without getting that information here first.
Did you get smarter, Sylvester?
I think I've always been this smart.
Right. Second thing we need to do is to prep the system for the SCADA update. Otherwise, it'd be like putting a new V12 in an old Model T. Happy? You and Toby can handle that.
I do not like him handing out assignments.
It's efficient, Abby. We're here to do a job. Now, the main computer, that's near here?
We're at the reactor. Mainframe's in this building here, about a quarter mile across the campus. Max.
All right. Come on. Get a move on, people.
We have a job to do.
Remember what I said.
Oh my God, this technology predates my birth. Well, hello. We come to you from the distant past.
Are we seriously supposed to stop a nuclear meltdown with this junk?
You are, and you will.
Really test my nerves.
Prepare the SCADA system upgrade. We'll be there in 10 minutes.
Hey. Thanks for letting me help with this.
It was efficient.
Some things never change. Except now you're getting paid. Team's coming together. You got a girl.
Spending too much time in your basement. You could have called the cops or the military, but you chose us. Why?
Do you ever think about any of our old projects? We were making a lot of progress on our supersymmetry theory. Maybe when we wrap up here, you could show me the new data? Maybe you owe me one?
You do understand I wasn't pleased with the way that things turned out.
Is that EQ, Walter?
Maybe you could reminisce later. Focus on the work right now.
Bossman's right. Okay. For this section of code, you're gonna need RPL and Paradox.
OS is incorrect.
It's like they have their own language.
Imagine that kind of intensity for 3 weeks straight.
He just disappeared, no trace.
Walter wouldn't discuss it.
Okay. We're good to download the reactor calibrations. Sylvester, you're on.
Wait, we have not run a full diagnostic. If we don't stress test the system circuitry, it could be us melting this place down.
What's she talking about?
When we upgrade, it will pump a lot of electricity to this junk pile. If the system has flaws, old wiring, ratchet insulation, we want to know now and where so we can fortify.
No, that's a waste of time. We're not rebuilding a motorcycle engine. Look, that test alone could overload the system.
Walter, I know what I'm talking about.
Not more than I do.
Would someone make the call here?
Happy? We've only got one shot. If your diagnostic crashes the system, then we have a meltdown in 17.5 hours, and we might not have enough time to rebuild the system from scratch.
If Collins runs the download before the system's ready for it, we have a meltdown now.
Happy's never liked me.
Her opposition is personal. It's not based on knowledge. Knowledge that I have of this reactor that she doesn't. Trust me. I have complete confidence in this.
Well, you better be right, son. Because there's no do-over.
Don't do it, Walter.
Okay. We are downloading the reactor calibrations. 4-minute ETA.
Walt, a minute outside.
Yeah.
You might have just bought yourself some goodwill for the trespassing charge.
I'm just glad to be of service, General.
Don't ever take someone else's side over me in public again, Walter, or I will disappear on you faster than Collins did.
I'm taking this personal. It was business. I was trying to avoid a meltdown.
I already stopped a meltdown. Yours. 10-day bender with Collins? And who pulled you out of it? You were damn near starved, muttering to yourself. I practically had to force feed you.
I remember.
When he bailed, it was the best thing for us. And him being back is the worst. And if he stays, and you take another trip down the rabbit hole with him, you are on your own. I'm not going through that again.
Happy. Happy!
What is this?
I know you're upset. The note expresses a few things that might make you smile.
Are you kidding? I'm going toe-to-toe with Walter, and you hand me a MASH note?
When you feel the time is right, read it, and you will understand why I gave it to you. Pretend I know a little about the human psyche.
Rebuilding a motorcycle engine. Collins always loved digging that knife in.
You love rebuilding motorcycle engines.
It's hardly the breadth of my ability. Now, screw him. This computer can still use the circuit test. We can at least do half this job safely.
Sylvester, almost done downloading the old reactor configuration.
Okay.
The others were always very sharp, Walter. They were never us.
Oh, no.
Happy, what do you see?
The backup generator in chamber 1 blew out. Walter, I think it's my fault. It happened right after I ran the system check.
Happy, I told you not to.
We evacuate now, before all the containment doors close.
Containment?
Why am I thinking this isn't a drill?
No, this is what you get when an aging system's held together with duct tape and a Hail Mary for 30 years. Cooling system, radiation leak.
Get out of here now! O'Brien, get your ass in gear.
No, we're still downloading. If I leave now, we're all dead. I can still fix this.
Give me an ETA.
Got the reactor configuration. Picking up for the system in the computer room.
You get out alive.
The containment doors are closing.
Should we tell them that if the core temp keeps rising at this rate, we're less than 60 minutes from full meltdown? Maybe hold that off until they're out.
Hurry!
Come on, Dave, come on! Go, go, go! Get to the door, get to the door!
Walter!
Hey, get to the door!
Walter!
Ah!
There's gotta be a way to get them out of here.
Guys, there's a door at the end of the walkway over the cooling room. It must be defective because it's closing slower than the others. But you better move your asses.
Over there at the door. Hey! Hey! Dave! Dave, take it hold!
somewhere. Ah, damn it!
Calculate fast, Walter. How much time to get me out of here?
You hold on tight. I'm gonna figure this out.
What's going on?
Walter's safe. Cape's trapped in there.
Thanks to you.
Hey, how about you settle down?
Oh, that's cute. They tell it like it is, Shrink. Making up for his pal's mistake.
All right, I got it. Layout of the entire power plant. There's got to be an escape route for Cave in here somewhere. No. The monitor won't let me see the full size.
Print it.
Okay, good idea.
Are you kidding me?
Come on, you slow bastard!
Okay, I'm sorry I yelled.
Guys, where are we? The reactor blueprints won't print. The monitor's frozen. This is bad.
It just got worse. That's radioactive steam escaping.
Walter?
Okay?
A pipe just broke. I need to know if that steam's contaminated.
The structural integrity of the building you're in may be compromised.
Answer the question.
It's a large room. If you're out in 10 minutes, it won't be worse than a couple of x-rays.
What's the likelihood I'm going to get out of here in 10 minutes?
He knows the greater good would be to forget about him and concentrate on stopping the meltdown.
I can't let him die.
You're actually worried about a man's life? Not the Walter O'Brien I remember.
You can help him. Doesn't need all of us to upgrade the system. We could solve 2 problems at once.
The air fluid pipe pumps water out of the reactor and into the ocean. He could get in it. Ride it out away from the power plant.
Which one is it?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I recorded radio chatter about it last cooling system check. Junipero 4, it's back at my house, 5 minutes away.
Take it. Under guard.
Happy? Go with him, translate the schematics.
Hey, Collins, you lay off her, we have an issue.
Happy and Collins might not play nice together, can you?
I'll go with him.
Walter, do I want to hear the stats on how this might turn out?
Hey,
Walter.
I'd say best guess, you have a 1 in 3 chance.
Walter, if my life is in the hands of this Collins guy, I need to know if you're hiding something.
3 years ago, I had him committed to an asylum.
Fantastic.
Team 2004.
Three minutes until Cave gets radiation poisoning.
Listen to this.
Effluent channel. Outbound to ocean. Pipe 6, chamber 19A.
Walter, pipe 6, chamber 19A.
How certain are we?
Totally certain. Unless they changed it in the last 10 years, which is possible.
Okay, we found the one pipe that's gonna get you out to safety.
What do the other pipes do?
Don't think about that right now.
Okay, but for the record, if you're wrong and I get killed, I'm going to be very pissed off.
Yeah, I'll be pissed off if you don't start running now. Okay? Chamber 19A is down the hall ahead of you. And the pipes have access hatches. You drop in it, that should carry out to safety. About 100 yards from shore.
Okay, I'm ready. Hey, listen, kid. This doesn't work out. I'm glad I got to know you.
Okay.
A man gives you what could be his last goodbye, and you say, okay?
You could use some time on the couch.
Maybe seeing you soon, sweetheart.
He's in.
Say a little prayer for him right now.
I don't really believe in death. First rule of physics, energy can't be created or destroyed. It just changes shape. But still.
Ladies,
Mister, are you okay?
never better. Give me an update.
Less than 30 minutes to stop the meltdown. Now, step 1 was the reactor calibrations, which we downloaded. This is step 2. We're programming SCADA update. When we're finished, we can send it to the reactor remotely.
The moment this update hits the reactor, it's programmed to drop all of the core temperatures to a normal level.
Which means the meltdown is 100% no longer a threat, correct?
Correct. And then I get hammered.
What if this doesn't work?
You got roughly 45 minutes. Take your car, get Ralph, drive like hell past the Santa Monica Mountains. Radiation cloud should pull up in the San Fernando Valley Basin. You might be okay. No one would blame you if you wanted a head start.
If it doesn't work, I'll go get Ralph. But it will. I believe in us.
Yeah, well, that's just all I thought. Tell me it's done? The reactor's safe? Yeah, I can talk you through the reboot. Hold on.
Numbers are my photo albums. As days elapse since significant occurrences. I change them every morning. It's my birthday, my mother's birthday. So I'm still trying to piece out your role here. No offense, but you're clearly not a genius.
No, but my son is enabled like you.
Huh. Walter's trying to repair his youth through your son.
No, he cares about Ralph, and Ralph is crazy about Walter.
Of course he is. Walter's the Pied Piper of geniuses. We all worship him. What he's capable of, how he makes us feel special for being special. That's why it hurts so much when he throws you away when he's done with you.
Walter would never do something like that.
I was his experiment once. The highest IQ that he'd ever seen other than his own. Until I couldn't color in the lines the way that he wanted me to, and then I was gone. How many times has he avoided conflict by telling you he's fine? You get about 1,000 I'm fines before you realize that nothing is fine, and you are getting shown the door. And then you realize that you're an experiment too. You and your son.
Update's complete. Now we just need to compress the files, send it from here to the reactor computer, and no more nuclear meltdown. Sylvester, can you start the compression?
I can do that. Yeah. This is like war games. Matthew Broderick avoided nuclear calamity with minutes to spare. That film had a grouchy general, too. Not a movie guy, huh?
Good work. Usually saving millions of lives gets a bigger response.
Just thinking.
Yeah, well, you're always thinking. Worried about Collins. Make sure the authorities know that he was cooperative.
No, that's not it. When I had him committed, I did it because he needed help and for the team. But there's a part of me that knows that I did it for myself.
How's that?
When he and I, we get into that state where nothing exists but thought. It can be a wonderful place, but it can be terrifying because you don't know if you can come out of it. Part of me knows that I had Collins committed to see if other people could pull him from that place in case I ever got to the point where I couldn't be pulled out on my own.
Bull. You did the right thing. This Collins fellow, he's got you questioning yourself, making you think you did the wrong thing, but you didn't.
He does have a long history of that. Oh, no.
What's going on?
This override was just switched to manual 20 minutes ago. He knew Happy would run the diagnostics. He made her think that she did something wrong when she didn't.
Just like he does in chess. Makes you tell your every move.
He wanted to show up the team.
Yeah, to prove his worth. Mark, no.
What the hell's he done now?
There's a piece of gear called an RFDAC. It converts digital signals into analog, and we need it to send the update from this computer to the control room.
Collins set this all up.
It's how Collins structured it. He planted a Trojan horse. He knew it'd be triggered once Happy ran the system test. General, I'm sorry to say there's a third step. We need analog antennas.
We've got him at the base, but that's half an hour away.
We need to get to Mark's house.
Good God, how many times are you going to play right into his hands?
We should figure something out here. I do not want to go to him.
I know I shoved him down your throats, but please trust me.
I'm gonna need a sidearm.
Warning system! 3 minutes till meltdown!
2 minutes and 12 seconds, actually!
What the hell is this?
This is our only chance.
Walter? Why is an alarm going off?
We've got 2 minutes to avoid a meltdown. I need your access codes for the antennas to send an analog signal. Didn't work, Mark. Mark, it didn't work.
Why are you looking at me like that, Walter?
Need the code, that's all we need.
It's the same look you gave me the day that the ambulance came to take me away for 2 years.
Code, Collins.
951.
No, that's not it.
Could have sworn it was 951.
951 days ago, Mark and I disproved a section of the Higgs boson theory.
Excellent work. It's 1199.
What's happening here?
I know Walter found out that I set this whole thing up. I was listening to your conversation at the reactor base. The whole place is mic'd.
Just over a minute left.
That was a holdup. Just give us the damn code.
Or what? You'll shoot me? That only guarantees you'll fail.
Walter, how do you stand for such intellectual inferiors?
Your code!
I told you.
It's 1199.
1199, 1,199 days ago. It was May the 20th. It was a Thursday. We stayed up all night in a diner discussing the quantum mechanics of time travel.
We could have accomplished anything together, but you ruined that.
You hate me for what I did, I get it. And I always debate my decision. This isn't the right solution.
And having me locked up was? Do you have any idea how badly that hurt me?
There's less than a minute.
You think I'm afraid to die, Walter? I'm not afraid to die. My life ended the day that you destroyed our partnership, our friendship. I just wanted to show you that I could save everyone. I just wanted back on the team.
Walter, that's it. The day his life ended, the day he lost you.
782 days.
What's the date?
August 22nd, 2012.
No! Look out, Sylvester!
All right, code's in, signal's up.
Did it work?
Walter?
We're good.
Oh. I know this might be awkward, but I, for one, am against Mark rejoining the team.
Wound was 2-2, clean exit. They just brought him back from the hospital.
I should have kept a closer eye on Collins.
Why didn't you?
I was focused on the upgrade.
You were focused on a friend. You were trying to make right what happened between you guys. So you trusted him.
That implies I feel guilt.
Acting like a human being is never a mistake. It means you're evolving. It's nice to see that you're capable of that.
It's pretty ironic, isn't it? First day I see you in years. I'm back to lockup. I showed you the outer limits of your intelligence, and you couldn't handle it. You couldn't risk me or anybody else jeopardizing your team, your precious Cyclone.
They are worth it.
Why them? Toby, Happy, Sylvester. They can't touch my abilities. So why wasn't there room for one more?
But there was. Paige, she binds us.
I'm going away. But I'll get out. Maybe I'll see you back down the rabbit hole, Walter.
I hope not. Hey.
Hey.
I never thanked you for what you did for me back then with Collins. Pulling me away from that darkness.
I didn't do it for a thank you. I did it because you're my friend.
I won't let you down again. So, Toby, going after Collins to protect your honor. What was all that about?
Shrink's crazier than all of us. What a surprise.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. What, did we have a meeting scheduled?
No, we just dropped by. Because even after you save the world, you're still all lost in thought, doing your own separate projects. Tonight, we have a group project, chicken piccata.
I don't think we have a chicken thermometer.
Well, pizza would be more efficient.
We're all going to get our own heads for a while and cook Italian.
Sounds fine.
Can you just...
Okay.
If you're trying me out to see if I work with this team,
Paige.
if that's what's happening, and I could end up being a failure, and I could get discarded one day, just tell me. I can handle it, but don't do it to Ralph. He's grown attached to the team, especially you, and I don't want to see him hurt.
You are one of us. We can't do this without you. Good? Let's go cook some chicken piccata.
Measure twice, cut once.
We talk about the so-called extra virgin olive oil industry. Buku, fraud.
Kid's a natural. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.